Standing tall against the sky, glistening in the Ghanaian sunshine, is the magnificent Black Star Ark. You may be wondering, what is the significance of this impressive structure? Well, my friends, the story behind it is nothing short but captivating. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of Ghana, envisioned the Black Star Ark as a symbol of hope, freedom, and justice for his people, as well as the whole of Africa. Hey, remember, you have not subscribed. Comment, like, and share. Thank you.
Denied to Colonial until now.
The Gold Coast was renamed Ghana.
The black man is capable of managing all of us.
At first glance, one might assume that it represents the nation's fight against colonial rule. However, if we dig a little deeper, we discover a hidden layer of symbolism that challenges our previous assumptions. Astonishingly, this monumental structure can also be seen as a tribute to the very person who once played a role in colonizing the Ghanaian people. Let's see some of the reactions of some of the visitors of the Ark upon seeing this plaque. Also, tell us what you think in the comment section. Thank you.
I just wanted to pick your mind on this monument.
Yeah.
Do you know something about it?
Yeah, so we just did the tour. We went up top. This is our first time, my first time in Accra. And I've always wanted to come here by seeing the Black Star. And then seeing that it is commissioned for the Queen, I'm having mixed reactions about that, because here we have, you know, this is Freedom Day. Ghana is the first black country to get their independence. But here we have something that is commemorating the Queen. Sorry, not sorry. I hate colonialism. I hate colonialists. I hate what it represents. I hate what it has done to us as a people throughout the diaspora and here. And, you know, it's like my first day in Africa, and I'm just looking forward to exploring more, because I know what colonialism has done to Jamaica and the Caribbean, and I want to see how deep the crutches go here. So, not really impressed that this was for the Queen. A symbol of Black Star, a symbol of freedom, a symbol of independence. No, it doesn't make sense.
Put it down.
You know, that's not for me to say. But I do know that where I come from, we have very many statues honoring our colonialists, honoring our colonizers. And I want them down, because I don't want to go to a street that's named after a slave master. I don't want to go to a market that's named after a queen.
First thing first is to take that plaque off. Was it the plaque? The plaque.
Yeah, that plaque. And it's so funny, like we came out and I was like, the Queen. And then you came up and she got my reaction. I was like, no, fuck that. No,
Right.
no. Sorry to curse on your channel.
So what's your name?
My name is Joyce.
Okay. So what do you think about this place?
This place is nice. Yes, lovely place. It's beautiful.
You like the breeze?
Yes.
Okay. So what do you know about this place?
This is the Independence place, right?
Okay. So are you aware this place was built in honor of the Queen?
No. I
And
didn't
how do you
know.
feel about it?
Why? I don't
Why?
understand. Yes, why? Why for the Queen? Why? Is it an argument or I don't know?
Maybe you might be in honor of her. Do you think she's worth that honor? Or she was worth that honor?
It doesn't make sense for me. No, I don't know. Why they have to build this for her? I don't know.
Do you think you should go?
Who?
Do you think we should maybe demolish it?
No. It's okay, but I don't know why for the Queen. Was it in love with her or something? I don't know.
I don't think he was in love.
So what? Is it an agreement or?
I'm asking you the question now.
No, I don't know.
You don't
I
know
don't
why.
know.
You don't think she deserves it?
No.
She doesn't deserve it.
It depends. Maybe. Maybe.
Okay. So hi, what's your name, please?
Hi, my name is Akuya Rock.
We are raw.
Yes.
That's solid.
Your man.
Right. We just had a look at the flag there. What do you feel about it?
Okay, so I mean, it says in honor of Queen Elizabeth, commissioned by, of course, His Majesty Kwame Nkrumah. In regards to our independence, we already know where we stand is independence. Coming from, of course, slave trade and all that stuff. And then even up until this day, we still haven't had that true independence of what independence really is. So, if it's freedom and justice, then where is the freedom? If it's in honor of freedom or independence, quote unquote. So, we have a long way to go. That's primarily where I'm coming from with this initiation of this freedom and justice. Justice still hasn't been served to our people, and we're still waiting for that justice to take place. But it's within our own self as African people to find that freedom and of course manifest that justice, because we already know what justice and freedom is within our own selves.
Right.
So I think that our ancestors and our leaders of the past maybe have a different perception or perspective when it comes to what freedom is and justice is, maybe at that time, based on all these things that was been happening, right? So this is a different era or different decade or different century than to say 21st century that we are in, that our own freedom from our own generation is different what we see freedom to be.
Right.
And what we see freedom to be in this generation is not what freedom is. So that needs to change. I know it changed from within ourselves. It changed from within our action, and it first has to change within ourselves as brothers and sisters, right? And how we treat each other. I think that is where it starts from.
Right.
Forget about their freedom. Forget about what they think justice is, but it's our own. We have to project that within our own identity of Africans. Yeah.
So do you think we should still have this standing here?
This is really a beautiful monument. Sorry, it's really a beautiful. It's really beautiful. I really do love this thing. I mean, of course,
Is it heartbreaking
you know.
to know it's
No,
actually an honor?
no, it's really heartbreaking. Yes, to say it's an honor. But that's what I'm saying is that honor to them back when, and what we see honor is different.
Right.
Meaning of what the word honor is, what the word freedom really, what it really means. We need to dig into the root of what freedom really means, like what it really means. So I mean, it can be heartbreaking if we look at the surface of what freedom is based on what we think they think it was, but based on where they thought it was, where it is now, it's not freedom. Yeah. But we have freedom within our mind.
Right.
Me have freedom in my mind. You understand? So me free.
Free.
Me free. Yeah.
Aye. Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Bless up. Thank you.
Aye.
All right, I'm here. Freedom and justice is where innovation meets culture. AI ticks beyond the gates. Yeah.
Nathan, and I'm so happy to be in this beautiful country, and especially in this beautiful place. But one thing I noticed here is I'm right here at the monument that was built in honor of the Queen. And what I really think about this is we should either have a monument built in honor of the people who fought for this country, of the leaders of this country, the people who gave not only their blood, their sweat, but the people who really labor for this country. I remember in South Africa, we have the monument of Nelson Mandela. That's a very great idea. We all know his story. He did 27 years in prison because he believed in his country. So I really believe that not just here in Ghana, but everywhere in Africa, we should have monuments where we celebrate leaders of our nations, people who really gave their sweat, their blood, people who had the vision for our various nations.
All right. Thanks. So where are you from?
I'm a Cameroonian, but I live in Senegal and I travel around the world. So technically, I'm African.
So what has been your experiences traveling?
Okay, one thing I love about traveling and my experience is that I get to meet many different cultures. I get to meet many different people. And it's really awesome to connect with different people from different languages, different cultures, and understand that we are all one. So that's what I love about traveling, and that's my experience.
I am Dominique Hodge-Bright. I'm a journalist and a marketing specialist. So I'm very happy to be here in Ghana. I think it's my third time to come to Ghana. And I'm from Cameroon, and I live in Senegal, and I also travel around the world. So I really love the place. The architecture is very beautiful, it's very nice. So the first time I came here was in 2015. And when I see a beautiful place like this, I think that it is good to have a monument for freedom and justice. It remembers us what our forefathers fought for. But what I realized that is in honor of the Queen. And I know in the history of Ghana, I'm not Ghanaian, but I know that they were the big six. So the heroes who fought for the freedom of Ghana. I think these people are much more the people who need or who should have this kind of monument. Kwame Nkrumah, Ado Eji, Edward, I don't remember all the names, but I know it's the big six. So if we have these kinds of figure, the representation, I think that our children, our great-children, our great-grandchildren, we really realize that we are coming from this. This is our history. These are the people, the role model who fought for our country, for our independence, for our freedom. And it's good to have it, but we should also look at our history. What do we want our children to remember? What's the focus? Is it on the people who enslaved us, or it is on our heroes?
My question is, why was this built in the honor of the Queen?
Right. Thank you so much. This is a question that most people have asked for several times. I will keep explaining. There's a purpose for why this place is built, and I'm going to tell you why the purpose of this place was built, and then later we'll see why we have this plaque here. So when we had independence in 1957, 6th of March, the president has intention of making sure that the whole of Africa is liberated and move on with the creation of the United States of Africa. As he spoke in his broadcast, or declared in his broadcast, when he said our independence is meaningless, except its link with the total liberation of all Africans living under colonial rule. So to achieve this goal, the president decided to put up this place and borrow the Black Star symbol from the famous Marcus Garvey's Black Star lion shape, and he placed it here. The Black Star became a symbol of inspiration and direction that awoken the political consciousness of all black people to rise to the occasion to press for their political independence. So if one makes a very critical analysis of Africa's rise from colonial rule to independence, you realize that indeed Ghana played a very pivotal role in this regard. So let's look at it. When we had independence in 1957, this was followed by Guinea in 1958, then Togo, 27th of April 1960. That same year was followed by Nigeria, 1st October 1960. This was due to the vigorous campaign by the president to make sure that the continent is totally decolonized. All right. Not just that. Realize that Kwame Nkrumah was not just rhetoric, but he was walking the talk. So, for example, when Guinea decided to move away from France, her colonial masters, or disentangle itself from France, France also decided to punish them. I'm using the word advisedly, where they took all their financial, technical, and educational support from France. But Kwame Nkrumah in the spirit of Pan-Africanism, went to the aid of Guinea with an amount of 10 million pounds sterling. And we also realized that during the apartheid in South Africa, Kwame Nkrumah used this place as the base for freedom fighters, where they were militarily trained and also they were politically conscientized. So with all these contributions and support from Kwame Nkrumah, that's why Ghana is always regarded and referred as the shining star of Africa and also the home of Pan-Africanism. So basically, this place serves twin dual purpose. One is the awakening of black people to rise for independence. So that is a symbol of independence and also the symbol of Pan-Africanism. Now let's come to the flag. When you come close to the flag, you realize that they fritted in honor of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II of Great Britain here. This flag has generated a lot of displeasure and criticism from our brothers and sisters, especially in the diaspora, because they are concerned is that why should we honor our former colonizer with this great monument? Yeah, indeed, the spirit and the letter of this monument is intact, as I told you why it was the purpose of which this place was built. All right. But you see, the Queen visited Africa, that was 1961. And 1961 coincided with the first anniversary of Ghana. You know, Ghana had a republican status on 1st July 1960. And in 1961, Queen Elizabeth paid an official visit to the country. So Kwame Nkrumah did it fit to reciprocate the gesture of the Queen. As they say, respect is reciprocal. So the Queen visited Ghana is a sign of respect, because that was the first time. And don't forget, that was the first time that a Queen of England danced with a black man. It has never happened. I know a lot of people will not take this to be an important thing, but during those times, it was very, very important because of the high level of racism, segregation, and disregard for black people. And this brought up a lot of, admiration and respect to Ghana. Not just that, it even inspired our brothers and sisters in the diaspora. So when, what's the name? When Malcolm X was here in the 1960s, he made a very profound statement. He said a small country like Ghana could fight for her independence with the black people in America. So with that same tenacity and purpose, we rise together. We can also fight for our civil rights. So with all this thing, we can confidently talk about Ghana's contribution to the international community, especially people in their diaspora, how we give them motivation to rise for their civil liberties, and also our other brothers and sisters on the continent, how we also empower them politically and financially, as I outlined in all this. So basically, this is a symbol of independence and Pan-Africanism.